1973 GE General Electric AM/FM pocket transistor radio repair. We looked at this in an earlier video. I really like this. I don't know why. I'd like to see it work. It's been a bit abused. I could not find a model number or any kind of identification on it. And I have most of these books. So I started just going through them in my free time, and I believe I finally found it, and it is a model P1785. And it's not a SAM schematic, it's an actual General Electric service data on the radio, which I guess is probably better, but yeah, here's the board, and then the schematic is in here. I could fix it without this, but this makes it a little bit better, a little bit easier, especially when it's kind of botched and abused the way it is. So it uses a 9-volt battery, push-pull transformer output. It's kind of an interesting circuit, at least the way they call the transistors. First FM, IF, AM autodyne. FM autodyne, AFC control. So this is a little bit different. Of course, autodyne is the same as a converter. It doesn't use an FMRF, and it uses the AM converter or autodyne as the first FMIF. So this is a little bit different of a design, a little bit different of a circuit. It uses 2 FM limiters. So it's a little bit trippy of a design. I'd like to fix it and get it working. We're going to attempt to do that today. Other kind of random news, I think KNX turned off its digital carrier. You don't hear the sidebands anymore. So looks like KFI did that about a year ago or a little bit more. So it looks like the US is going away from digital, at least on AM. So we'll check that out when we get this radio going. It's been a bit abused. So, and it was totally quiet when I powered it up before. You can see a big blob of solder right there. I don't know what's going on with that. But we need to dig into this and see. I would really like to see this work again. Look at this bodge job here. This thing has been abused and trashed. I hope I can bring it back. Okay, looking at that blue wire bodged onto that coil there, and then that blue wire comes over here and is soldered to that red wire, and then that goes under the circuit board. Well, if I look at that on here, that would be the I believe that's the FM antenna right there. That should go to the telescoping antenna. And yeah, that looks like the case. And then it looks like they have it connected there, R38, C30, although this looks a little bit different. This might not be the exact same radio. And look at this, we get it open. It's a P1725. I'm looking at a P1785. Okay, well, if this is in fact a P1725, there is a SAMS for that, and it's in 91. This was 147, so this is quite a bit older. This is 1968, I think. And it's almost the same exact radio. It shows the same circuit, and it even, this is back when SAMS was doing their own. It actually, you can see right there the capacitor and resistor that's been removed. So I don't this thing is really botched. You can tell this is quite a bit older. This has got the old style can transistors. So this radio is somewhere between this and that, but it doesn't matter. According to this, it's the same circuit. FM converter. First FM IF amp. This one's got a separate AM converter? Oh, I guess not. So it's the same damn radio. See, I'm trying to figure out. So this shows it as two limiters. Second IF amp, third FM IF amp, FM limiter. So it's the same basic schematic, and this thing is so hacked. Alright, where they got the speaker hooked up, according to both schematics, is all wrong. On this one, the speaker should be hooked up from ground to this point on the earphone jack, and then there should be this resistor C46. Well, if we come over here, C46 820K is the feedback resistor. Well, that's just, it's missing. It's not even there. The other thing that's a trip is this capacitor right here, going from, well, I guess that would be connected to the speaker, the metal frame of the speaker. Would somebody actually bodge that in there? That would basically make the speaker an antenna. But I don't know if you want the speaker to be an antenna, because then you'd have the antenna real close to all this stuff. It's like a 4 picopuff capacitor. I wonder why. Yeah. Besides, you got this metal grill on the front anyway. I think we want to remove that. We don't want to alter the original design. Okay. Trying to decode the vandalism that occurred to this. So this little green disc capacitor here is a 0.04. I don't know if we can see it there. Anyway, you can... what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to be a 0.04, then 150 ohm. Well, what they did is you can see that bodged solder right there. This is where they connected the FM antenna. Well, that capacitor is supposed to go from here to here, then the resistor from here to here. Well, they just jumped the capacitor directly from here to here. So they eliminated the resistor. And then the other thing I was looking at was the AM antenna. Well, the AM antenna is hooked up all wrong too. The AM antenna is supposed to hook up to here, then down here, then this lead here that's broken off. I removed that resistor off this, or that capacitor off the speaker. Boy, this is, wonder what was going on here. Well, it seems to be working with the speaker hooked up correctly, of course. Sensitivity seems pretty bad, and it sounds pretty crappy. I'm going to try and get that 0.04 out of there and see if it improves the high frequency response. Well, the little green capacitor is still good even after all that abuse.
Rise.
Okay, listen to this. This resistor's missing.
Very much from the seeding of the ground. that neoliberalism.
Listen to this, the way it sounds if I put that in there.
Above all, neoliberalism attacked democracy and put in its place the supervenient value of markets, of individual freedom,
That's out.
and traditional morality. That was the package, and that's what got ruled out by the Reagan-Thatcher revolution.
That's
by
in.
The European Union.
So it almost gives it like a hollow echo effect. We're going to leave that out.
That's very much what we're seeing now.
I did fix this.
And the rise of an authoritarian, tradition-mongering, freedom-wielding.
All that does is it cuts the high end down just a tiny bit. It probably just scrapes any RF that's left that gets through here off. Trying to figure out how this bar antenna hooks up.
And even connect them to some respite. So respite means some temporary relief from their caregiver responsibilities. That
Hooking it up the way that it shows on here doesn't work.
it's going nuts.
Okay, I believe I got this hooked up right, and I was mistaken. The two wires do go to ground. The lower resistance coil goes to the wire that was just hanging there, and the other one goes to the capacitor, the tuning capacitor. Yeah, so this is what it's supposed to look like. And I got it on LA Oldies. Let's try something here. Don't want to get a copyright strike, so I got to keep talking and try and... Yeah, I definitely got it hooked up right. So we got it working.
So you can be sure of.
Snow also expected at the resort level. However, this is going to be a warm.
So check it out. Here's KNX. The digital is gone.
With Southern California's most accurate and dependable forecast, I'm CBS 2's Olga Ospina for KNX 1070 News Radio.
And right now in 56 degrees Santa Monica.
See, if I tune off to the side, there's no digital noise.
Degrees at 1217. And internal the Los Angeles County Fair.
There's the digital noise on a different station. So you hear there's digital noise on both sides, the top and bottom.
Ordered the deputies to delete all the photos on the scene, and they now face potential disciplinary action.
So KNX either got rid of the digital or there's a problem with it. I have a feeling they got rid of it because, like I said, KFI got rid of it a couple years ago. Sounds so much better without that digital noise. And you know, so many people in LA listen to KNX because it's covers all the traffic and stuff.
Spoke to a woman who saw him.
Yeah, that one has digital.
I am there. And so no GMOs and gluten-free. Or order your produce directly.
And get prepared for the playoff mode. That's bloody good.
So hardly anyone has digital now. It's going away. So what did I do here? I straightened this out. I got the FM antenna hooked up right, the AM antenna, and the speaker. That was pretty much it. There's just a lot of stuff different and missing. I don't know if this is a different design or if someone did that much work to this, but hey, it's working. That's AM LA Oldies.
Yeah, mama, this surely is a dream. El Challenger, I mean. Taco. Delivery in the speakers, back in black, getting blasted in the bleachers. 5G and get one. Stupid, this the 10K on the table. Christine could
Wow, the AFC works great on this. Let's see if it gets television channel 6. It does.
La misma mamá de Jacinta, la misma mamá de Lucía, los tildaban de mentirosos. Bueno, hacemos una pausa y ya regresamos.
This radio works very good. It's actually very sensitive. I don't know why someone tried to modify it. It works great.
Beach on the sunny side of the street. I used
At the vote centers where people were faced with very long lines.
Some voters say they waited in line, that is, past 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. on Super Tuesday. More than 3 hours after the polls had technically closed. If they were in line, they did get to vote. Others say they had to wait more than 4 hours. And congratulations to all those folks. Job well done. You got your vote cast, even though you did have to wait. That's not your fault at all. 710 northbound in Long Beach, there's a two-car crash that's going to tie things up. Manny looking at that and the rest of traffic. He has it in 4 minutes.
Stopped by the cops? I'm attorney Darren Kavanoki from...
KNX sounds so much better with that digital turned off, at least at the analog.
No cuffs, the leader in criminal defense. Because no one looks good in handcuffs, unless you're into that sort of thing. 1-800-NO-CUFFS.
Hi, my name's Marilla. I'm not just the voice of the monitoring center, but also the sales manager. Over the past 20 years...
Well, no real diagnosis in this video, just kind of looking at a couple schematics and straightening it out. They must have made this for a lot of years. It's a very cool little radio. I don't know why I like it, but I like it, and that's all that matters.
Why? Because we care.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Wendy Gillette. Health officials say it's possible the U.S. could take more stringent steps to limit the spread of the coronavirus. Anthony Fauci is the head of the Infectious Diseases Unit at the National Institutes of Health.
The idea of social distancing, I mean, obviously that's something that will be seriously considered.